like today for the offense, there was a lot of creativity in terms of the play calling, the ways you guys were able to get players open, the run game. Just how did you feel about that aspect of the game and sort of the efficiency there?
Yeah, I just thought we executed at a high level. I thought that we came out from the beginning, executed. Just really in all three phases, obviously as a team, but offensively, I just thought it started with being able to run the ball efficiently and effectively. I thought Trevor was playing really well, especially just spitting the ball accurately, especially going through a lot of progressions, getting to the number 2 or 3 or 4 read in the progression a few times. We were good in the red zone, solid on third down. Didn't have all those self-inflicted wounds, that we have kind of been hurt by in weeks past. I thought the guys just executed and played their tails off.
And I think I saw Trevor wearing a wristband. Just why today, and then what does that do for him?
I thought it actually really helped us. We did it for not the whole plan and everything. It was some specific stuff that we wanted to maybe play a little bit faster and just have a little bit more tempo in and out of the huddle and just more clarity on some of the things. And I know it definitely helped us for sure. I think today.
Liam, how would you describe the strain on both lines of scrimmage, your offensive line, your defensive front, and the physicality?
That's where we won the game. I thought, that's where we imposed our will a little bit there on the OL and DL. Came out, obviously, defensively, they came out throwing a few screens early. You could tell that they just wanted to get the ball on the perimeter, and we were hunting up front, that's for sure. Very proud of Josh Hines-Allen getting the franchise record. But it was a group effort, really. That whole group, the whole front, all those guys that got in and had the ability to rush and create some havoc and kind of keep them under duress. That was really what helped us win that game, and that's where it started.
Liam, you had to at least be mildly concerned with how your team would respond. I don't know that you had this in the forecast, but unbelievable response. Is that like above and beyond what you could have expected?
I mean, yeah, you're questioning how you're going to respond, but it wasn't necessarily a huge concern, I don't think. I think, I talked to you guys about it a little bit the other day. It was a quieter week, and I think that was probably because we were pissed off at the finish last week, and we played better pissed off. We are. We've talked about edge for a long time now, and when we have an edge and we play as a team and it's about the team all the time, good things happen typically for us. And I am proud of the response for sure. I wasn't really too concerned. It was just, hey man, you don't know, we're all new together as a team, right? We're all so new, and so you're hopeful. You know that there was a focus level last night in the team meeting. I felt it, that these guys were going to come out pissed off today.
Liam, you were down a bunch of guys today, the wide receivers, Anton, down 3 corners, I guess at one point.
Yeah.
I mean, what does that say about the way you guys were able to respond against that kind of adversity?
That was what Bill Sheridan, one of our defensive coaches, mentioned to me as I was walking in the locker room is, look at the amount of guys that contributed to this game, really in all 3 phases, because those injuries, that impacts not just obviously the defensive position, right? The cornerback position. Well, it now impacts special teams and is asking other guys to move and maneuver and play more. And Christian Braswell stepping up, right? So many guys. BJ Green obviously had the one deal on the penalty, but he played his tail off. Sturgal, those young guys obviously stepped up. It just speaks to the, they knew that we needed to respond. That was really what it came down to. And when you have guys out there playing for each other, playing for the greater cause, and the team first mentality, that's what it was. Everybody was involved in it, and I'm really proud of them.
You said you could tell last night at the team meeting you were pissed off.
Yeah.
How? Can you give us a little color on that?
It's a hard week, man. That was a hard, obviously, last Sunday, and when you have that taste in your mouth and it has to live there all week, and you can only get so much of that taste out of your mouth in practice and going through the game planning, and you're going through it. And last night we just talked about, guys, let's keep this real simple. let's go out and cut it loose for 4 quarters as a team and see what happens. Like, let's just go cut it loose, man. I don't want to think about what could happen, what should happen, what happened on the play before, what's going to happen 3 plays from now. Just play in the moment, stay in the moment, pick each other up when something bad happens, and let's move on as a team. So, yeah, I definitely had a good feeling about the way that we would respond, but you never know until obviously you get into it.
We have a couple more here.
Up the top, Will Brown, Jacksonville today. 3 of the first 4 Chargers offensive possessions started with either a tackle for loss, a intentional grounding, or a very positive play for the defense. How did that help the defense, in your opinion, set the tone for the rest of the 4 quarters?
It was a huge, response, obviously, from our defense. I thought the defensive staff, led obviously by Campy, did a great job of, we had some different guys playing in some spots, but, sort of trimming the inventory, making it about what we do best, putting the players in a position to be successful as much as possible, and just letting them go. Like, that was the biggest thing about our defense today was they played with their own creativity. Like, just go play, guys. Just go play. It's not about this, that, or that. Can't be a perfect play all the time, guys. It's about you just going out and causing chaos and doing your job to the best of your ability. And I think that set the tone, obviously, for the defense, but for really our whole team. I mean, we've been, when we play well on defense, typically we win. And that's the reality. And I know that those guys, they were specifically pissed off about the way last week ended, and really wanted to set the tone for our team today, and I thought they did that.
Wrap it up here, John.
Seems like Trevor and Jacoby have already built a pretty good connection. How impressive is that after being together for 10, 11 days, whatever it's been?
Speaks to the pro that Jacoby is. The trust that they already have is pretty cool to see. You see it at practice. The way that he prepares. I walked into the meetings last night before everything got going, and Jacoby was in one of the meeting rooms, the walkthrough rooms, walking through on his own, going through the game plan with Edgar, I think. So, just a quality person, and he's worked his tail off to learn the plan. I mean, he's not out there busting assignments and making, poor decisions. I mean, obviously, I don't know what he had statistically today, but I know he made some critical catches over the middle and some big first downs on 3rd down for us. So, really pleased to have him.
Coach, thank you so
Yeah.
much.